Okay, we're going to go to the open, 10 seconds. Right now. TMP Lady Monarchs go in search of their second win in a row as they play host to the Oakley Lady Plainsmen in a Monday night Mid-Continent League matchup from out Billinger Fieldhouse. Along with studio producer and engineer Rachel Fox of the KHAC studios and our Hays Post producer Jared Brantley, I'm Jonathan Swigert. Says we welcome you into Al Billinger Fieldhouse for TMP-Marian Monarch basketball. Tonight the Monarchs play host to the Plainsmen in a game that has twice been postponed due to the weather. It was originally scheduled for December, but icy conditions out west forced the cancellation the first time around, and then the snow here in Hays forced that second postponement. Monarchs enter the contest at 11-3 and are 5-1 in the Mid-Continent League following the Lady Monarchs win over Smith Center on Friday night. They have won 3 of their last 4 and 8 of 10. Oakley comes into the contest after a 1-point loss to Russell on Friday and are 2-4 over their last 6 games. Let's take a quick time out. When we come back, we'll hear from Coach Rose McFarland as the Monarchs get set to take on the Plainsmen in the Monarch Sports Network. It's powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Nextech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Nextech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hays and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building, when it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes K. Long, Kirk Maska, and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948, 5th and Main, downtown Hays. Thomas More Prep Marion, building communities of faith, knowledge, and service. Jeter Law Firm, proud to support student athletes, partners you can rely on. Jeter Law Firm.
This is the Hertz Rent-A-Car pregame show.
Let's get the thoughts of the coach. This chat with the coach is brought to you by Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker in the Northridge Plaza and online at CompareMyCoverage.com.
More from Smith Center on our Hertz Rent-A-Car pregame show, joined now by Coach Rose McFarland. And Coach, come off of that hard-fought matchup with Trigo, come up a little bit short, offensively kind of struggled a little bit. Just first of all, some final thoughts.
Yeah, I thought both teams played really good defense. I mean, it was a real low-scoring game. Both teams, like I said, played good defense, and I think we both kind of struggled a little bit on the offensive end.
And you feel like physicality was kind of it seemed like that was really kind of the theme. Both teams were really physical, and you're going to see that down the stretch and probably a little bit more into sub-state, you would imagine. You feel like the girls kind of responded to that and handled that and can learn from that in the future? Yeah,
I think we're getting better with that. I mean, from now till before, in the past, somebody bumps us and, we haven't been real physical, the boxing out and those kind of things. And Trigo's always been pretty physical, and, they do a really good job defensively and don't give you a lot of opportunities to do things that you want to do as far as offense. But that's something that definitely going forward, it's something we have to get better with because we've seen games, in postseason that get pretty rough, and we don't always get the calls. We just have to adjust
And two, for your offense, you hold them scoreless in the fourth quarter and just can't find a way to kind of get over that hump. I would imagine it may be a little frustrating for the group knowing that, got a lot of good looks, just couldn't finish.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we always say. As long as you rebound and play good defense, you got a chance. And I feel like that's what we did the last game was we played good defense. We did a pretty good job on the boards. And, we just didn't hit shots, but that happens.
The second time around, you get a look at the Smith Center Lady Red. Obviously, they kind of caught fire a little bit there at the MCL tournament, starting with their win over you to propel into the MCL tournament championship. What makes them such a difficult matchup, and what have you seen from them?
Well, I think they're an up-and-coming team for sure. They're very young, no seniors on their team, but I think we helped their confidence probably, that game when they came here and took one away from us. And I thought in the championship game, they.
I'll tell you when. Welcome back into Al Billinger Fieldhouse, our Hertz Rent-A-Car pregame show. Jonathan Seiger back with you as we are having technical difficulties with our interviews here from the Fieldhouse. So we welcome you back on our pregame show. It's brought to you by Hertz Rent-A-Car, serving you from 609 East 8th Street with clean, high-quality vehicles with many options. If you need more room for a family vacation or a car that gets excellent gas mileage for your next business trip, call 785-623-4116 for your reservation. Well, we get a rare Monday matchup in the Mid-Continent League. This game has been twice postponed because of winter weather. The first time it was the Oakley Lady Plainsmen and the Plainsmen boys who were unable to get to who had their icy conditions far out west there in December that forced the postponement of this game. And then the Oakley boys actually were dealing with COVID issues right around the MCL tournament, so they actually couldn't field a varsity team. So it was supposed to just be a girls game back a couple of weeks ago, but that, because of the snow in Hayes, was also postponed until this February 8th matchup. So a twice postponed matchup between the TMP Lady Monarchs and the Oakley Plainsmen, both boys and girls, set to go here in this one this evening. Our coaches' interviews, as always, brought to you by Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker. You can save when you insure both your home and auto with Shelter. See Shelter Agent Dustin Shoemaker for details. Time for us now to take a quick look around the Mid-Continent League. Our look around the MCL brought to you by HayesPost.com. And there are a handful of games in the Mid-Continent League tonight, including Quinter traveling to Hill City. That's a Monday matchup that usually those two teams play on a Monday as they match up in a non-league contest there. Also, then Smith Center steps out of league play, and in fact, after losing to TMP, they're right back at it here on a Monday night. They play host to Superior, Nebraska in tonight's matchup there from Smith Center. Elsewhere tonight, Stockton will travel to Northern Valley, and then, of course, one boys game later today features Otis Bison and Victoria. That was postponed from earlier this year as well, but a handful of MCL teams in action today. Quick look around at the MCL brought to you by HayesPost.com, and everybody looking up at Phillipsburg in the MCL race. They are 8-0 on the season. Norton moved to 6-1 Friday with a victory, so they currently sit at that one-loss category. So does both TMP and Trigo, who are both 5-1 on the season. Of course, TMP TMP coming off that win over Smith Center to get to 5-1, and TMP has that loss to Trigo, their only loss on the season. So it's still real tight atop the Mid-Continent League, but everybody chasing the Phillipsburg Lady Panthers. That's been Look Around the MCL brought to you by HayesPost.com. You can find stories, highlights, coaches' comments, and scores from around the area, and we'll have them after the game at HayesPost.com. Our Monarch Sports Network is always powered by Herman Physical Therapy. They'll get you back in the game fast following injury, offering dry needling and deep tissue laser therapy to speed up that healing process. Free consultation, and you'll see your same PT every visit. Herman Physical Therapy. They love helping people, and don't forget to check them out on Facebook. We're counting down to the start of this one in a Mid-Continent League matchup between the Lady Monarchs and the Lady Plainsmen. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll get a look at the starting lineups and get you set for a matchup here with some keys to the game as TMP gets set for a matchup with Oakley. It's the Monarch Sports Network, powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Contact Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker in Northridge Plaza, Hayes. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor. The Professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hayes. Discount Siding, new siding, energy-efficient windows and doors, vinyl fencing, and other exterior home products. Improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. Click on discountsiding.net. Edward Jones, providing a reasoned and disciplined approach to investing, making sense of investing. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, building Northwest Kansas's dreams since 1983. Master Cleaners, dry cleaning, laundry, alterations, tux rentals, and much more. They have numerous pickup locations throughout Western Kansas to serve you. Field Abstract and Title. Take pride in your athletic, academic, and artistic achievements.
More of our Hertz Rent-A-Car pregame show from Al Billinger Fieldhouse. I'm Jonathan Swigert, along with our studio producer and engineer, Rachel Fox, and along with us, Jared Brantley, our Hayes Post producer and engineer here from Al Billinger Fieldhouse as well. As we count down to the start of this one, it's a Mid-Continent League matchup between the TMP Lady Monarchs and the Oakley Lady Plainsmen. Monarchs enter the contest at 11-3, 5-1 in the Mid-Continent League, following that nice come-from-behind win over the Smith Center Lady Red. Meanwhile, Oakley enters the contest at 7-9, and they are 2-5 in the MCL. They coming off that 1-point loss their last time out in a tough-fought matchup with the Russell Lady Broncos. We need to get you our starting lineup since we count down to the start of this one. We start with the visiting Oakley Plainsmen and their head coach Mike Zimmerman in his 5th year as the head coach for the Lady Plainsmen. He will go with Andalyn Johnson. She's the 5'7 senior, along with Lexi Shelito, the 5'7 senior. Jada Renner is a 5'4 senior. J.L. Johnson, the 5'7 sophomore. And then Liberty Booker is a 5'7 junior. Booker is their leading scorer at over 15 points per game. She has scored in double figures now in all 15 games this season for the Oakley Lady Plainsmen, but she is their leading scorer. She's the only one who averages in double figures. Their next closest on the team for point average is Jada Renner, who did have 14 in that 1-point loss their last time out to Russell, but she averages just over 5.5 points per contest. So Booker kind of makes them stop and start with 13 double-figure scoring games on the season. It's actually all 16 games, rather, and then she scored in double figures all 16 games and has 6 double-doubles on the season. For Coach Rose McFarland and the TMP Lady Monarchs, it'll be that same starting 5 out there for TMP with Emily Lane, the 6-foot junior. Sophia Baltazar is a 5'7 junior, along with Megan Hamel, the 5'4 junior. Cassidy Yost is a 5'9 junior. And then on senior night, the lone senior on the TMP Monarch roster for the ladies, a 5'8 senior, Kylie Allen. I believe we'll talk to Kylie at halftime of the boys game. Kylie was supposed to come talk to us at the Smith Center game, but I think we'll get a chance to talk to her on senior night as they honor a significant amount of seniors here at TMP. So we'll have a little bit of a lengthy in-between program to honor all of those seniors. So for Coach McFarland, again, it'll be Lane, Baltazar, Hamel, Yost, and Kylie Allen. The 5'4 coach Mike Zimmer, and the Lady Plainsmen, Andalyn Johnson, Lexi Shelito, Jada Renner, J.L. Johnson, and Liberty Booker. That's a look at our starting lineups for the for this matchup. We'll take our final break of the pregame show and get started with this matchup on a Monday night. Some Mid-Continent League action between TMP and Oakley on the Monarch Sports Network. It's powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Adams, Brown, Barron, and Ball, your trusted advisors providing you with commitment, experience, and integrity. Hertz Rent-A-Car, bigger vehicle for a family trip or a car that gets excellent gas mileage for the next business trip? Book with Hertz Rent-A-Car on 8th Street in Hayes. Roof Masters Roofing and Sheet Metal and RM Custom Metals. When it hails, when it pours, one thing's for sure, Roof Masters is who you're looking for. Eagle Communications, our community connected. Contact Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker in Northridge Plaza, Hayes. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor. The Professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hayes. Discount Siding, new siding, energy-efficient windows and doors, vinyl fencing, and other exterior home products. Improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. Click on discountsiding.net. Edward Jones, providing a reasoned and disciplined approach to investing, making sense of investing. Paul Wertenberger Construction, building Northwest Kansas's dreams since 1983. Master Cleaners, dry cleaning, laundry, alterations, tux rentals, and much more. They have numerous pickup locations throughout western Kansas to serve you. Field Abstract and Title. Take pride in your athletic, academic, and artistic achievements.
Back into Al Billinger Fieldhouse on our Hertz Rent-A-Car pregame show as the TMP Monarchs get set for a matchup with the Oakley Plainsmen. Before we run through the starters and get you set for this one, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to TMP Basketball on 99.5 KHAZ.
The Monarchs Sports Network is powered by Herman Physical Therapy on 99.5 KHAZ and HaysPost.com.
Monarch Sports Network is as always powered by Herman Physical Therapy as we welcome you into Al Billinger Fieldhouse. The Monarchs will be in their home white uniforms, the blue numbers and Monarchs across the front trimmed in gray. Meanwhile, Oakley will be in their purple uniforms with the white lady Plainsmen and the numbers trimmed in gold. That's our uniform update from Business Polos Team Gear. Your first choice should be Phase 2 screen printing and embroidery with no minimum order plus a quick turnaround time. Phase 2 screen printing and embroidery just out Vine on 22nd Street next to Big D's Rental in Hayes. We're still a couple of moments away here from the start of this one. The Lady Monarchs come in at 11-3, 5-1 in the MCL, trying to keep pace with Phillipsburg atop the league. Meanwhile, Oakley is at 2-5 and 7-9 overall. Monarchs coming off that hard-fought win on Friday night over the Smith Center Lady Red. Meanwhile, Oakley coming off a hard-fought loss to Russell, in which a couple of late free throws with 10 seconds to go in the game would propel the Lady Bronx to the victory. Of course, we'll see Russell in tomorrow night's action there from Russell. As we welcome you in, Monarchs will go from our right to our left here in this opening quarter and opening half of action. And Oakley, as the visiting team, will have the basketball to start out this matchup as Oakley will shoot down to our right in this first half, go from our left to our right. So a good Monday night as we welcome you into Al Billinger Fieldhouse. Should be a good one here. These two teams, Monarchs have won 6 straight over the Lady Plainsmen, have not lost since joining the Mid-Continent League. That included a 11-point win in Oakley a year ago. As left side with it, Jada Renner, or rather Shellito. Now she'll skip it off to the right side for J.L. Johnson, the sophomore. Gives it up to Booker. Booker now left side for Andolyn Johnson. Trying to run the pick and roll. They get it right side for J.L. Johnson. A couple of dribbles by the sophomore. Picks up it and will play it off to the left side. Andolyn Johnson with it. Johnson guarded by Yost. Will kick it to the right side for J.L. Johnson. The sophomore picks up her dribble with good defense. Here's Jada Renner with it. Renner with a bad pass, and it'll go over and back, and TMP will get it on a bad pass that was intended for Liberty Booker, and the turnover gives it to the TMP Lady Monarchs. Monarchs with Baltazar, Hamel, Yost, Allen, and Lane, the 5 on the floor. They'll lob it to the top of that right elbow for Lane. Emily will turn and fire the jumper. It's too strong off the heel, and the rebound is cleared out of there by Andolyn Johnson. So the Monarchs 0 for 1 on their first opportunity. Oakley had a turnover on their first possession. Right side, Jada Renner, who had 14, and that loss to Oakley. Kicks it to the top of the key, trying to post up Johnson off a curl as Andolyn Johnson will kick it out right side to Jada Renner. Now to J.L. Johnson with it left side. 7 minutes to go, first quarter. Johnson drives, cutting off. She'll pull up for the jumper. Left it short, got her own rebound. Can't finish inside. And a battle for it is going to be out of bounds. Last touched by J.L. Johnson, the 5'7 sophomore. So Oakley gets a look at it. They got a second chance opportunity with 6:48 to play here in this opening quarter. Still no score between the Monarchs and the Plainsmen. Plainsmen will come out in a little zone. TMP again goes to the high post. Great pass from Lane. Bounces it inside on the right low block for Kylie Allen. And TMP takes a 2-0 lead. Good look from Emily Lane, dumping inside to Kylie Allen. And TMP jumps out to a lead here. And now we're going to get a foul called on the inside on Oakley. I think they're going to get Andolyn Johnson for the foul away from the basketball. So a legal screen away from the basketball on Andolyn Johnson. And Oakley has 2 turnovers and 1 field goal attempt with 6.5 to go here in this opening quarter. TMP on a Kylie Allen bucket leads 2-0. Into the front court, Baltazar. She'll play it left side for Hamel. Working at that zone for Oakley. Right short corner for Kylie Allen. 1 dribble. Now back to the short corner with Lane. She can see over the top of the defense with her size. TMP will swing it around. They get it to Lane inside. Can't finish. And then bangs it at Johnson after the missed shot. Official underneath. looked like he was going to call the foul, but decided not to, and Jael Johnson down to the rebound. She'll bring it into the front court. Kicks it for Jada Renner. Now left side they go to Shellito, posting up as Booker inside left low block, missed it, and a good rebound down to Sophia Baltazar. She clears it out and races up this near sideline and then threw it away. Her and Cassidy Yost not on the same page. Yost had started to dive to the block. And the Monarchs will turn it over for the first time here in the early going. TMP leads 2-0, 5:48 to go in that first quarter. After two Oakley turnovers. In that matchup with Smith Center, TMP struggled to get offensively going as we get a timeout taken by Coach Mike Zimmerman. And TMP out to a slow start here as Coach Zimmerman will get the timeout. So both teams kind of off to a slow start here, which you would unfortunately playing on a Monday after playing two hard-fought games on Friday. It's something you might expect here in this makeup game. TMP Athletics brought to you apart by Next Tech, Midwest Energy, Gibbs Auto Supply, and Steel Fabrications. Monarchs at a Kylie Allen field goal lead 2-0. Of course, elsewhere tonight, still around the Mid-Continent League, Quinter takes on Hill City. That's the other MCL match, or rather that's one of three other MCL teams in action tonight. Smith Center hosting Superior, Nebraska. Stockton on the road at Northern Valley. We'll get you a scoreboard update as we work along here throughout our broadcast tonight. With 5.5 to go first quarter. Oakley shooting down to our right, back with the basketball. In for the first time for TMP is J.C. Von Little. Here's a pass knocked away on a pick and roll. Stolen by Lane. Then Emily falling down, pushes it forward, and it's taken away by Jael Johnson. Lots of contact, but no foul as Emily got knocked to the deck, and it will stay with Oakley with 5:15 to go in this first quarter. Left side they go. Johnson now dumps it to Booker. Draws a triple team. She'll kick it left side. Runner is short by Johnson. Rebound Booker inside. She'll force up the shot. Can't finish, and inside Emily Lane will come down with the defensive rebound. Booker is a tough matchup inside, and that will be the key, is to keep her off the glass. She's had a double-double 6 times this season, and averaging over 15 points a contest. TMP forces it inside. Kylie Allen again, who scores. Second time, Emily Lane has got that nice little bounce pass inside, and Kylie has the first 4 points of the game for TMP. The Monarchs lead 4-0. So close in on 4:35 to go first quarter. Couple of passes inside against that zone for the Lady Monarchs. Here's a pass knocked away by Lane in the front court. Von Little saves it along the time, or rather along that sideline. Renner tracks it down in the corner and then threw it into the backcourt. She was trapped around the side, or rather along the midcourt line, and Johnson went in the backcourt to give Renner an outlet pass, and TMP will get a forced turnover. I don't think Renner knew where she was, and Jael Johnson went into the backcourt. She had anticipated that ball was going to go over the timeline. It's the 4th Oakley turnover. TMP right side. Hamel will have it on the wing, looking inside for Baltazar. They go back to the high post for Emily Lane. One dribble for Emily. She's going to fire the jumper. Too strong off the heel. Fight for it inside. Cassidy Yost had it, and then taken away by Booker inside. Liberty Booker just took it away from Cassidy Yost, battling for that rebound. There are 3 white jerseys for TMP, and it's Booker who will come away with it for the Lady Plainsmen. Under 4 minutes to go, first quarter. Renner off a screen. Goes left side for Annalyn Johnson. Trying to post up on Von Little. Puts up the shot, missed it, and J.C. Von Little down with a rebound. Von Little's had double-figure rebounds in each of the last 4 games as she comes down with her first rebound here. Here's a kick out, 3 left side that goes for Sophia Baltazar, and TMP's out to a 7-0 lead as Baltazar buries that TMP 3. Their first of the contest. Sophia shooting over 30% from 3. That continues to go up. That percentage does as she buried this one. Oakley with 3:20 to go here in this first quarter. Trailing 7-0. Booker way out beyond the 3-point arc is going to put it on the deck. Work against Lane. Was cut off. Finds Johnson with it. Johnson, who was in the lane a long time, kicks it out for Renner. Jada Renner's pass, or rather the pass for Renner deflected, but she's able to get it back to Annalyn Johnson. And Johnson will take it left side for Shellito. Back to Johnson, who drives in against Von Little. Has it partially deflected and taken away by Lane. Emily will race into the front court, have it knocked away, and Johnson moves her out of the way, but it goes out of bounds on the deflection and stays with TMP. Oakley 0 of 6 from the floor. And in for the first time comes today Larshus for the Oakley Plainsmen. Larshus, the senior, on the defensive end for the Lady Plainsmen. Again in that zone, TMP will get it to Lane, kick it out. Here's Von Linnell. She'll take the three and rattle it home. Back-to-back threes for TMP. This time it's JC Von Linnell as she gets her first three to go, and TMP now out to a 10-0 start to this contest after back-to-back three-pointers. JL Johnson works on a spin into the lane and hits the jumper. 10-2. Johnson gets the first field goal of the contest for the Lady Plainsmen. She was able to spin into the lane. High post kick, left side on a bounce pass. Back door, it's a lane. This time it's Baltazar who will score, and Sophia has 5 in the contest. It's already the third assist in the early going for Emily Lane as she was able to find Sophia. This time she was a little bit below that free throw line, but still found a backdoor cut for Sophia Baltazar on the left side. Here's a drive. Cut off is Andalyn Johnson. Now they get it to JL Johnson. Back to Andalyn, right side. She'll drive in and draw the foul. It's actually Shellito who draws the foul. Call it on Emily Lane. Lane kind of got pushed off balance, and she picks up the first foul. As to the free throw line for the first time goes Shellito. And will miss the free throw. Shellito, a 54% free throw shooter for the 5'7" senior. Shellito averages right around 4.5 points per contest for the Plainsmen. And the second free throw for Shellito is good. It's 12-3. After the Shellito free throw, she goes 1 of 1. Baltazar races up that left sideline. TMP with Von Linnell with it against this zone left wing. Lane back to Von Linnell. JC one hard dribble out of Baltazar. She'll find it just underneath the free throw line. Lane, who kicks it left side for Yost, and they're going to call a 3-second violation on TMP. It's on Lane. It's the third TMP turnover. That was one of the Monarchs will bring Kylie Allen back into the contest. That was one of the issues that TMP had in that matchup with Smith Center. They turned it over a season high 21 times, but they did overcome that in that double-digit victory. High post for Liberty Booker. Left side, she'll kick it for JL Johnson. Now back to Booker. Posts up into double team. Turns, can't score it. And Yost will rip down the rebound. Great defense for TMP. She turned right into a pair of bigs as Lane and Yost with that length able to affect that shot. TMP back the other way. Left side against the zone. Over the top. Yost will go to the short corner for Allen. Kylie dribbles it back out. Von Linnell finds Yost into the lane. Dumps it for Emily. It's off the underneath side of the basket. They get it back to Allen. Her three is short, and JL Johnson comes down with a rebound. JL, one of the top rebounders for the Plainsmen at nearly 4.5 per contest. And the 5'7" sophomore rips down another one. She already has 2 here in the early going. TMP leads by 9 at 12-3. Top of the key, Andalyn Johnson, or rather Shellito, will slide down the lane and score it with a foul coming against Cassidy Yost, who will pick up her first, and a chance here for Shellito for a 3-point play. She has 3 now in the contest. It's 12-5. She cut the deficit to half with his free throw. It's the second TMP foul. The first on Yost. And the free throw for Shellito is good. 12-6 on the 3-point play for Shellito, who has 4 here in the contest. TMP's lead cut to 6 in the final minute here of this first quarter. Right side, Baltazar, one hard dribble, now forces it inside to Yost. Yost with a hook shot, banks it home inside. Cassidy just dove right in front of the rim and was able to get it to go. 14-6 on the Yost field goal with 27 seconds and counting here in this first quarter. JL Johnson, right side, crossed over, got to the free throw line. Kicks it for Larshus, who's back in there. Now to Jada Renner. Renner, couple of hard left-handed dribbles. Left side picks up her dribble. Larshus with it right side, and now to Liberty Booker. Booker finds JL Johnson off a screen. She'll set a screen for her. JL looking for Booker, who dove to the block. Good defense by TMP with 4. Right side, Shellito picked up her dribble. Now she's in trouble. They'll post up Booker. Had it knocked away as the buzzer comes to, or rather the quarter comes to an end with that quarter buzzer. TMP on top here by 8 at 14-6 after 1 quarter of action on the Monarch Sports Network. It's powered by Herman Physical Therapy. All right, so get that 2-0 bucket, the 7-0 bucket, the 10-0 bucket, and the 14-6. Trying to think. Let's play the one that made it 7-0, and we'll play 3 in the post-game show. Thank you. 1, that's 3, 8, 12, 14, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They make 6 of their first 10. Oakley. 6. They make 2. You can save when you insure both your home and auto with Shelter. See Shelter agent Dustin Shoemaker for details. Out of the quarter timeout, TMP will have the basketball. The Monarchs lead by 8 at 14-6, led by as many as 10 twice at 10-0 and 12-2. Monarchs with Yost, Kylie Allen, Lane, Hamel, and Von Little, the 5 on the floor to start this second quarter. Shooting down to our left, right in front of the Oakley bench. Oakley still in that zone. It's a 3-2 or a 1-2-2 where they have Larshus this time out on the point here on this left side. So they'll get it to the baseline, and from that left they'll swing it to Hamel. Now to the top of the key. Here is a free throw line jumper for Lane that's just a little bit too strong, and then rebound down to Larshus. So a pretty good look that time, as the Monarchs I think can have that shot all day long against that zone, but Lane too strong that time. A 7.5 to go first quarter. Booker trying to work on Lane. Will drive in left side to force up the shot and score. 14-8 on the first field goal for Liberty Booker. You got to expect that Oakley will try and get their leading scorer going against TMP. Lane has to stay out of foul trouble already with 1 as TMP will swing it to Emily here with it left side. She surveys that defense. It's a zone look. TMP will get it to Von Little, dumps it left side and threw it away. There were 2 Monarchs in the area, Lane and Allen, but neither of them close enough. It's the 4th TMP turnover. So Oakley will get it back. Down 6 at 14-8. Andelin Johnson will replace Larshus. So Oakley will have the basketball with 7:07 and counting here in this first half. As JL Johnson will work against Allen into the front court, hand it for Booker. She'll skip it left side for Shellito. Shellito got a screen from Booker. Booker dives to the lane, posts up inside. They get it to her, and she'll bank it home. 14-10, back-to-back field goals for Liberty Booker, who has her first 4 of the contest, and it's pretty easy. It's a screen and roll, and then they just send her on a dive, and she seals the big inside, and now a foul coming against Booker inside on a block as TMP's Emily Lane was able to slide down the right side of the lane, and it'll be the first on Liberty Booker. So second on the Lady Plainsmen as TMP will key it in. Hamel kicks it left side as they swing it out of the right side. Megan's open, and we're going to get an illegal screen called on Emily Lane. So back the other way on the 5th TMP turnover. It'll be the second foul on Emily Lane. That's a big call. So that's the second on Emily Lane, and that's a big foul as TMP will bring Lane out of the contest. And now J.C. Von Little will have to guard Liberty Booker on the inside. So the Monarchs will go with Yost, Von Little, Baltazar, who just checked back in, Allen, and Lane. TMP leads by 4. They've led by 10 2 different times, but it's 14-10. Shellito with it, finds Booker across the lane, kicks it left side. Andelin Johnson left it short, and we're going to get an over-the-back call. J.L. Johnson all over the top of Kylie Allen, and J.L. Johnson will pick up the foul. It'll be the first foul for J.L., and TMP will get it back. Each team now with 3. TMP leads 14-10, 6:20 to go here in this first quarter. Monarchs with Von Little, right side to Allen. Kylie, 1 dribble, now kicks it for Baltazar. Sophia had 5 in that first quarter. Left side now to Allen, or rather Hamel. Megan's open, and she buries the baseline 3. 17-10. They forgot about Megan Hamel, who buries a 3. It's a big shot for Hamel. Megan coming off another nice performance. She had 12. And 6 assists in that win over Smith Center. Here's a ball knocked away on the post for Liberty Booker. Good play by Von Little, but it stays with Oakley. It's going to be a rough matchup inside, but battling with it is Von Little. Here's a drive left side, and the jumper is good on the baseline for J.L. Johnson, who's got 4. 17-12 on the field goal for J.L. Johnson. Just like that, Oakley's made 3 of their last 4 field goals. Here's a lob inside for Yost, who puts up the hook shot, missed it, and we're going to get a held ball on the rebound with the arrow belonging to Oakley. That hook shot for Yost a little bit too strong, and the held ball will keep it, or rather it belongs to the Plainsmen on the alternate possession. 17-12, TMP with the lead. 5:25 to go here in this first quarter. Monarchs on that defensive end. Right side, Shelito waiting for Johnson across the lane. Andelin catches and fires and banks it home. 17-14. Andelin Johnson able to knock that one in. As Johnson makes it 4 of their last 5 for the Oakley Plainsmen from the floor. 5:05 to play here in this first half. As TMP led by 10 twice in the first quarter. Hamel, who just buried a 3 on that right side, won't shoot it, and now they force it in, and it's stolen away. It's a 6 TMP turnover. Johnson will race to the other end, got away with the walk. No, can't finish on the shot, and the rebound down to Cassidy Yost. Yost pass up the floor for Allen, who can't hit the runner. Rebound down to Yost. She can't finish, got her own miss, and will put it up. Can't finish again. Fight for the rebound. Von Little will come away with it. Falling away, can't bank it home, and it'll be finally down to JL Johnson, rather, and then TMP stole it. Allen will steal it from Johnson, go in and lay it home. 19-14. So we got a timeout taken by Oakley. As Oakley will take the timeout. 19-14 after the Kylie Allen layup on kind of a scrum. TMP had several opportunities inside on a couple of Yost rebounds. JC Von Little had a rebound and a shot in there as well. And then finally, Allen was able to, after the rebound down to Johnson, Allen stole it away from the Plainsmen and was able to get it that layup to go. So a break for TMP as they lead by 5 at 19-14. Monarchs have been battling on the inside and got to finish with several good looks right around the rim. TMP Athletics brought to you apart by Heartland Building Center, Discount Siding, Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker, Field Abstracted Title, and High Plains Roofing. Scoreboard update through 1. Smith Center leads Superior, Nebraska 17-8. Of course, elsewhere tonight, non-Mid-Continent League matchups for Hill City as they host Quinter, and then Stockton travels to Northern Valley. They're at Almena tonight, so we'll try and get you those score updates as we roll along here. TMP out of the timeout with Yost, Hamel, Von Linnell, Allen, and Baltazar. Emily Lane has 2 fouls here in this first half, trying to keep her out of foul trouble. Monarchs lead is 5 at 19-14. JL Johnson with it, right side pass to Jada Renner, guarded by Hamel. Renner with a couple of left-handed dribbles, now to the left wing. They'll dump it left side for Shelito. Now they lob it inside for Booker, has it blocked by Von Linnell and taken away by TMP. As Von Linnell was able to get that block shot, TMP looks to run up the floor, and a pass knocked out of bounds. That was a dangerous pass inside, last touch by Oakley, as Hamel tried to force a long pass up the floor to Kylie Allen, and luckily for TMP, it was knocked out of bounds. Von Little with that block averages more than a block a game. She has really done a nice job. In fact, has only 4 games this year where she doesn't have a block shot. Here's a 3 left side on the inbounds for Baltazar. Missed it, and the rebound tipped into the hands of Liberty Booker. Booker's got 3 rebounds in the early going. Under 4 minutes to go here in this first half. TMP leads by 5 at 19-14. Shelito lobs it inside. Here's a double team knocked away. It's Allen who steals it. Kylie gets some contact, will race into the front court. Her crossover nearly knocked away, and they'll keep possession of it. Turnover number 6 in the first half for Oakley. TMP gets it inside for Von Little. JC can't finish with the left hand, and JL Johnson down with her 4th rebound here of the early going. Another good look inside for TMP. Got to finish around the rim. Margin is only 5, but you feel like if you finish inside, it could be a lot worse. Here's a pass left side for Jada Renner. Renner 1 dribble, now kicks it for Liberty Booker. Back to Renner on this right side. She's going to set the pick. Going to set up for a 3, and it is off the mark. Rebound down to Booker inside. She'll go up and score it with a chance at a 3-point play. She out-battled inside JC Von Linnell, and then Von Linnell picks up the foul. So Booker with the offensive rebound of the putback makes it 19-16. Booker has 6 all in this second quarter. That's the 4th foul on TMP, and Booker's free throw is good. Booker has 7 here, all in the second quarter. It's 19-17 in favor of TMP. They led by as many as 10 twice here in this first half. Hamel will drive, cut off left side. Here's Von Linnell. She'll take the top of the key 3. It is too strong, and Jada Renner comes down with the rebound. Pretty good look, but not off the mark. Now Johnson will race into the front court with 2:45 to go here in this second quarter. Johnson got away with the travel. No, she didn't. Officials get her with the travel call. That'll be the 7th turnover on the Lady Plainsmen. Tried to cross it over and took that extra little two-step. 2-point TMP lead at 19-17. Monarchs have just 2 field goals here in the second quarter. Allen with it on the baseline, finds Baltazar. Hamel dumps it for Yost. Cassidy will turn, go left side, and bank it home. Yost has been aggressive. She has 4. That's big, 21-17. If Cassidy can find a way to get some offensive production, that makes it huge because they have to deal with her on the inside, plus the other 2 of Lane and then also Von Little, who's playing on the inside right now. Oakley will throw it away. Renner's pass to Shellito, too wide into the TMP cheerleaders over on that far side of the court, and the Monarchs will get it back. Leading by 4 at 21-17. 2:08 and counting here in this first half. Baltazar will bring it across the timeline. Oakley sitting back in that zone defense. Allen's open. Kylie will fire a baseline 3 and swish it home. 24-17 on Kylie Allen's three-pointer. It's her first of the contest. Kylie with 7 here in this first half for TMP on senior night with 1:45 to go in this first half. Left side, JL Johnson can't shoot it. Monarchs lead is 7. Lob over the top, Shellito. Looking inside for Booker, but she's got 2 players draped all over her as they continue to try and move her from side to side. Right side, Shellito will drive and traveled with it, but she threw it away. Ball on the floor, tracked down by Renner. Good defense by TMP. She was able to lose that basketball before getting called for a travel. So break for Oakley, and it stays with the Lady Plainsmen. Right side with it, Shellito. As Booker draws a shadow and then some. Left side, Renner's going to take the 3 and swish it home. 24-20. Jada Renner knocks down her first 3 of the game. With 1:05 to go here in this first half. TMP's lead is 4 at 24-20. Allen, who just knocked down a 3 from that corner, gives it up, gets it back. They'll get it into Yost, who is too strong on the jumper. And the rebound tracked down by Renner. Up the floor, JL Johnson guarded by Von Little. Also swing it left side with 45 seconds to go here in the first half. Shellito, right side for Jada Renner. Renner for JL Johnson. Johnson peeks at the clock with 35 seconds to go here in this first half, in between the circles. Takes it to right side, guarded by Baltazar. Picked up her dribble. Long pass to the left wing for Booker. Booker now to Annalyn Johnson. Gets it up for Shellito with 23 seconds to go here in this opening half. Open left side. Here's a long 2 that is short for Jada Renner, and then the rebound is knocked out of bounds by TMP. Renner, who knocked down a 3 that last possession, comes up short on that long 2, and she'll check out. As Larshus will check in. Today, Larshus, the 5'6" senior, checks into the contest. There's a pass into Shellito, who scores. Shellito on the inbound was open. Back to a 2-point TMP lead at 24-22 on the field goal. So they were able to get it for that layup for Shellito, who now has 6 in the contest. TMP's Baltazar to Hamel to beat the buzzer for 3. Halfway down and out. She nearly banked it home at the end of the first half. TMP will lead by 2 at 24-22. So we head to the halftime break, and the Monarch Sports Network is powered by Herman Physical Therapy. I'll get an ID. Coming.
Nextech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Nextech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hayes and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building, when it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes Kalon, Kirk Maska, and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948, 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Contact Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker in Northridge Plaza, Hayes. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor, The Professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hayes. Discount Siding, new siding, energy-efficient windows and doors, vinyl fencing, and other exterior home products. Improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. Click on discountsiding.net. Edward Jones, providing a reasoned and disciplined approach to investing, making sense of investing. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, building Northwest Kansas's dreams since 1983. Master Cleaners, dry cleaning, laundry, alterations, tux rentals, and much more. They have numerous pickup locations throughout western Kansas to serve you. Field Abstract and Title. Take pride in your athletic, academic, and artistic achievements. Adams, Brown, Barron, and Ball. Your trusted advisors providing you with commitment, experience, and integrity. Hertz Rent-A-Car. Bigger vehicle for a family trip or a car that gets excellent gas mileage for the next business trip? Book with Hertz Rent-A-Car on 8th Street in Hayes. Roof Masters Roofing and Sheet Metal and RM Custom Metals. When it hails, when it pours, one thing's for sure, Roof Masters is who you're looking for.
That second quarter, Monarchs were held to the 4 field goals in that quarter, but still end up making 9 of 23 there in that first half. We'll take a look at the team numbers here in just a little bit, but TMP had a 10-point early first half deficit erased here to just 2 at the break. 24-22, TMP with the lead. Real quickly, we need to pause 10 seconds for station identification along the Monarch Sports Network here on the Monarch Sports Network. It's powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
The Monarchs Sports Network is powered by Herman Physical Therapy on 99.5 KHAZ and HaysPost.com.
Time out here on our halftime show. We'll come back and get you some numbers from the first half as the Monarchs lead 24-22 on the Monarch Sports Network. It's powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Contact Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker in Northridge Plaza, Hayes. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor. The Professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hayes. Discount Siding, new siding, energy-efficient windows and doors, vinyl fencing, and other exterior home products. Improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. Click on discountsiding.net. Edward Jones, providing a reasoned and disciplined approach to investing, making sense of investing. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, building Northwest Kansas's dreams since 1983. Master Cleaners, dry cleaning, laundry, alterations, tux rentals, and much more. They have numerous pickup locations throughout western Kansas to serve you. Field Abstract and Title. Take pride in your athletic, academic, and artistic achievements.
At halftime, the TMP Lady Monarchs on top of Oakley by 2 at 24-22. Our halftime show brought to you by Eagle Radio's digital marketing. Is your business ready to advertise on Facebook, Google, or any of the other popular places online, but you just don't know where to start? Give Eagle Radio a call at 301-2211. Here at halftime, TMP leads 24-22. Lady Monarchs led by 10 twice to start the ball game at 10-0. And at 12-2. Real quickly, we'll run through the individual scoring from the first half. Monarchs led by the 7 of Kylie Allen on senior night. Meanwhile, Cal City Yost with 4. Megan Hamel with 3. They get 5 from Sophia Baltazar. That all came in the first quarter. And then J.C. Von Linnell with 3. Emily Lane held without a field goal and without any points there in that first half. Got in foul trouble in that second quarter, and that was huge, picking up her second. Coach McFarland electing to stick with the junior on the bench trying to keep her out of foul trouble. Meanwhile, for the Oakley Lady Plainsmen, they are led by Liberty Booker, who had 7 all in that second quarter. They get 4 from JL Johnson, Jada Renner with 3, Lexi Shellito with 6, and Angela Johnson with 2 there in that first half. So the Monarchs here at the break lead 24-22. Real quickly, go ahead and look at some of the shooting numbers from the first half. TMP makes 9 of their 23 field goals for 39% there in that first half. The big number, though, they go 4 of 7 from 3 for 57%. Monarchs get first half threes from Megan Hamel, Kylie Allen, along with Sophia Baltazar and JC Von Linnell. For TMP, they do not attempt a free throw in that first half. Oakley goes 9 of 20 for 45% from the floor. They make their only three-point attempt. That was that Jada Renner 3, and then they make 2 of 3 from the free throw stripe there in that first half. Monarchs led by 10 twice at 10-0 and 12-2. But Oakley was able to erase that deficit, got it back to a 2-point game here at the break at 24-22. Let's take our final break of the halftime show. Back to get you set with the second half after this. So the Monarch Sports Network, it's powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Next Tech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Next Tech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hayes and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building. When it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes Kalon, Kirk Maska, and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948. 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Thomas More Prep Marian, building communities of faith, knowledge, and service. Jeter Law Firm, proud to support student athletes, partners you can rely on. Jeter Law Firm.
I wonder what their live stream is. At halftime, the TMP Lady Monarchs on top of Oakley by 2 at 24-22, a game in which TMP led by double figures 2 different times at 24-20, or at 10-0 and at 12-2. As we welcome you back into Al Billinger Fieldhouse. Jonathan Swigert back with you, along with our studio producer and engineer Rachel Funks, the KHAZ studios, and Hayes Post producer and engineer Jared Brantley with us as well. Monarchs got out to that quick start, but got to give Oakley a lot of credit. They were able to erase that 10-point deficit and outscored TMP there in that second quarter. Held TMP to 4 field goals. It took them a while to get to that fourth on that Kylie Allen three-pointer. Oakley was able to outscore TMP 16-10 there in that second quarter. Allowed them to crawl back in this ball game. Down now just 2 to start the second half. It will be TMP basketball to start the second half. Quick scoreboard update for you. Got a couple of scores to update you on. First, we check in on Smith Center, where the Lady Red leads Superior, Nebraska 33-22 at halftime. After 1 in Victoria, the Victoria boys lead Otis Bison 13-10. Not a lot of other scores available tonight, so Thunder Ridge will give you that score. 29-15, the Thunder Ridge girls lead Lakeside. Of course, Fort Hays State Tiger women getting ready to start here momentarily. That'll be a little bit later on. So we'll try and keep you posted on that as we move along. Try to find that Stockton Northern Valley score as well. TMP shooting down in front of their bench to our right here in this second half of the basketball. And those home whites is Allen searching for it. She'll dump it inside for Lane with all sorts of contact. No call. And then the rebound knocked out of bounds. Emily Lane got tangled up on the inside. They let him play through it. The shot was off the mark, but Liberty Booker, they say, knocked it out of bounds. There was contact inside. You got to Thought there was going to be a foul. Here's a jumper left side for Allen. Kylie left it a little bit short. Can't track down the rebound, and it'll be down to Annalyn Johnson. Chance here for Oakley to tie it with a 2, or they can take the lead on a 3. Jada Renner, who has their only 3 of the contest, gives it up to Shellito in between the circles. Now back to Renner with it. She's a deadly 3-point shooter when she gets her feet set. Right side, Annalyn Johnson bobbled it. Got it to J.L. Johnson, the sophomore, guarded by Baltazar. Got a screen, gets to the free throw line, picked up her dribble. Renner will swing it left side, Shellito. Shellito drives, kicks it back for Annalyn Johnson. Or rather, Annalyn gives it up to a Renner. And now they kick it to the baseline for Lexi Shellito. Shellito had 6 in that first half, and now to J.L. Johnson. Back left side, they go to Annalyn Johnson. Here's a lob over the top for Renner, and now to J.L. the sophomore. They swing it off to the left side for Shellito. Renner's open on a kick-out left side 3, left it well short, and Emily Lane down with her 3rd rebound. Lane dealt with foul trouble in that first half, picked up 2 early in that second quarter, and was held scoreless, has 3 rebounds in the contest. They're really packing it in around her. It's Lane. Kicks it to the, or rather popped out to the left side. TMP will dump it for Yost. Here's Baltazar. Sophia will set her feet, fire the 3, and swish it home. Her second 3 of the game, 27-22. As Sophia Baltazar knocks down the 3. Sophia now with 8 in the contest. 27-22, 6:20 to go here in the third quarter. Left baseline, Shellito was open for a moment against this TMP zone. Won't shoot it. Renner, hard dribble. Now kicks it for J.L. Johnson. She'll fire the 3 and rattle it home. 27-25 as Johnson answers right back as J.L. Johnson now has 7 in the contest. Left side, Baltazar with it for TMP. With 6 minutes to go here in this opening quarter of the second half, and now a 3-second call on TMP gives it right back to the Plainsmen. As the Monarchs will bring Yost out of the contest as Von Little will return. Von Little along with Hamel, Baltazar, Allen, and Emily Lane, the 5 on the floor with 5:50 to play here in the third. Lob over the top for Renner. Johnson finds Annalyn Johnson with it on that right elbow. She was wide open, didn't realize it. Now to Renner with it. Renner's pass deflected by Von Little, but tracked back down by Annalyn Johnson with it. Now to J.L. Johnson, right side to Renner. They're playing pretty much the entire possession on that right side. They get it to the left side. Here's a lob over the top for Renner. Another shot that is short. Hamel down with a rebound. It's Megan Hamel pulls down her first rebound. She'll lead the break, finds J.C. Von Little with it, who goes in and lays it home with the left hand. 29-25 on the J.C. Von Little field goal. For Hamel, who averages more than 6 assists per contest, that was a good find in the open floor as they look to push, and TMP builds a 4-point lead again. Annalyn Johnson from the elbow misses the shot, too strong off the heel, and the rebound down to J.C. Von Little. Von Little will look to push up the floor. Baltazar open for 3, and it is good. Baltazar with her second 3 of the quarter as TMP's lead grows to 32-25. Baltazar has 2 threes in the quarter, and she has 3 in the game for TMP as Baltazar now with 11 in the contest for TMP. 4:40 to go in the third. Here's a steal by Lane. Emily, left side, will put her head down. Spin against Renner. Kicks it for Von Little. JC will go in and lay it home. 34-25. Just like that. Von Little with 4 here in this second quarter. Now we're going to get a timeout taken by Coach Mike Zimmerman of the Oakley Plainsmen as they want to talk things over. Monarchs quickly on top by 9. This was a huge run. They get that bucket for J.C. Von Little to extend it to 9 at 34-25. It was 2 at 27-25, but the Monarchs have now scored 7 in a row. You get the Baltazar 3, sandwiched around 2 J.C. Von Little field goals. You got to like what you see from TMP. Von Little quickly off the bench with 7. Meanwhile, Baltazar with those back-to-back 3s now has 3 here in the contest, and she's into double figures again for the 8th time this season with 11. Her average went down a little bit, right around 9 a game after being held to just 5 in that matchup with Smith Center. Monarch Athletics brought to you in part by State Glass Company, Thomas More Prep Marian, Jeff Darrell and Linda Seibel at Edward Jones and Hayes, and Paul Wartenberger Construction. TMP will be on the defensive end out of the timeouts. That same 5 of Allen, Lane, Von Little, Baltazar, and Hamel, the 5 on the floor. Tanae Larshus comes in for the first time in the second half for Oakley. Shellito will key it in In the backcourt with Jael Johnson. As a sophomore running the point, will give it a right side for Shelato. TMP switching back to that zone. Left side, Larcious. She'll lob it over the top for Annalyn Johnson. Booker has it way out beyond the three-point arc, right side. Now they'll swing it for Johnson. Shelato and Larcious. Right side, Annalyn Johnson has it this time. So they work on the right side. Now they'll take it to the left side. They've been right side heavy most of the second half. Here's a drive for Shelato. Bangs into lane, no call. She missed the shot. Rebound of Von Little. Long outlet pass up the floor to Hamel. Hamel with a good catch, then tries to save it to Allen, but it's taken away on the TMP turnover. Monarchs do a good job to get back as Booker came away with that loose basketball. TMP nearly had a layup as Von Little's outlet pass was just a little bit too far out in front, but a good idea. Hamel tried to save it to Allen, but she had it poked away by the Oakley Plainsmen who were coming from behind. High post, and now we're going to get a foul on Sophia Baltazar. It's the first on Sophia. TMP leads 34-25. Monarchs on a 10-3 run. Here's a pass knocked away by Allen into the hands of Lane. Emily will lead the break. It's a 3-on-2. Emily goes in, and she double dribbled with it. Put that offhand on the basketball, getting ready to use that power dribble, and she double dribbled with it. So turnover with 3:18 to go here in the third quarter. Gives it right back to Oakley. TMP leads by 9. Second largest lead of the contest, led by 10 twice to start the ball game. Right side, Shelato with it. Shelato was trying to look inside for Liberty Booker. Left side, Annalyn Johnson drives. Good defense by Lane to force a tough shot. She can't finish. Emily will rip down her fourth rebound of the game. Up the floor, Hamel's pass deflected. Good play by Shelato. Kind of baited her into throwing that pass, and it hit off her hand as TMP will give it right back on the turnover. Up the floor, Jael Johnson forced to pick up her dribble by Von Little. As JC uses the long wingspan to harass her all the way up the floor. Shelato goes in and draws the foul against TMP. Emily Lane's going to pick up her second foul, and that's one of those where Emily, unfortunately, has got to find a way to stand her ground because she's falling away. Say that she wasn't set. Emily, I think, sometimes anticipates the contact. It's the third on Lane, and Shelato rattles home the free throw. And so she's kind of off balance, falling away. Shelato has 7 now in the game, and so they're kind of giving the offensive player the benefit of the doubts because it looks like Lane is not standing her ground. She's been in good position both times, but it's the free throw off the mark. Yost tried to save it on the sideline, but it's Larcious who will come away with it. She just beat Cassidy Yost to the sideline to pull down that rebound after the missed free throw by Shelato. Shelato's got it above her head right side. One dribble. And now she'll skip it left side. As Jael Johnson will take a three. Left it short. Rebound on the deck, and Johnson will get it back. Another chance for the Plainsmen. Johnson has 6 rebounds now in the contest. As she's got it in between the circles. Kicks it left side for Shelato. Out of the high post to go to Annalyn Johnson. Johnson will slide down the lane. Missed the shot. Yost bobbles the rebound, but Cassidy will track it down. Cassidy now with 5 rebounds here in the contest. 2 minutes to go in the third. 34-26 TMP with the lead in the basketball. Allen's open. Baseline 3, and she banged it home. Kylie Allen knocked down another baseline 3. She's into double figures with 10. 37-26 as Allen on senior night banged that one home from the right baseline. TMP's lead is 11. It's the largest lead of the game at 37-26. Oakley will swing it for Shelato. She'll drive in uncontested, missed the shot. Booker down with a rebound, and she falls at home. 37-28 as Liberty Booker gets the offensive rebound on the putback. Booker with 9. Baltazar drives, leaves it for Yost. Cassidy left it short. Von Little's there for the rebound on the putback. 41-28 as JC Von Little pulls down that rebound. She now has 4 in the contest to go along with her 9 points. As TMP leads again by 11 at 39-28. Close in on 1 minute to go, third quarter. Jael Johnson lost it on the drive, ball on the floor. Arrow keeps it with Oakley on a tie-up. As Johnson, Kylie Allen, and Liberty Booker, Von Little in there as well, all hit the deck. 39-28, TMP with the lead, matching their largest lead of the contest. There's a wide open pass inside for Liberty Booker, who scores. Booker's got 11. 41-30 on the bucket for Booker, who's been into double figures in every game for Oakley so far this year. She's our leading scorer at 15 points per contest. Left side, Baltazar thought about a three. Over the top for Hamel. Hamel to Allen. Kyler's feeling it. Here's another three. This one left side, no good. Not sure if that one, she missed it badly off to that left side, but it looked like maybe somebody affected that shot as it goes out of bounds. It wasn't deflected. It just looked like the pressure made her take that shot offline. And back to Oakley. TMP leads 39-30. Was on that bucket a moment ago. Von Little knocks it away from Booker in the lane. Oakley will get it back. Left side for Shellito. One dribble for Shellito. Kicks it for Renner right side. She'll fire the three. Left it well short. Ball on the deck. Johnson has it. Now we get a scrum for it again, and the arrow belongs to TMP. JL Johnson has 7 rebounds in the contest. She has been a menace on the glass, and TMP has not done a good job on the defensive glass. Coach McFarland in our pregame chat talked about that rebounding was going to be key. 8 seconds of counting, third quarter. Baltazar right side, they'll post to Von Little. Kicks it for Allen, straight on along 2, misses everything, and Kylie's a little bit off on her last couple of shots. A dead ball rebound will go back to Oakley. With 1.4 seconds to go, Oakley's passed by Von Little, knocked away, and that's how the quarter will come to an end. 39-30, TMP leads by 9 as we head to the fourth quarter. Monarchs on top by 9 on the Monarch Sports Network. It's powered by Herman Physiotherapy.
Kylie has led her in all 4 years.
Okay, so get that bucket for Baltus.
Contact Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker in Northridge Plaza, Hayes. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor. The Professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hayes. Discount siding, new siding, energy-efficient windows and doors, vinyl fencing, and other exterior home products. Improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. Click on discountsiding.net. Edward Jones, providing a reasoned and disciplined approach to investing, making sense of investing. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, building Northwest Kansas's dreams since 1983. Master Cleaners, dry cleaning, laundry, alterations, tux rentals, and much more. They have numerous pickup locations throughout Western Kansas to serve you. Field Abstract and Title. Take pride in your athletic, academic, and artistic achievements.
$39-30, TMP leads by 9 as we head to the fourth quarter. Monarchs with a good performance by Allen, who has 12 in the contest in that quarter. Knocked out a couple of threes. Sophia Baltazar with 2 threes in that quarter as well for TMP with 11 so far, helping the TMP Monarchs lead by 9 with the fourth quarter underway. As Renner has it, top of the key for Oakley. They'll swing it right side for Johnson. Nobody closes out on Johnson. She won't shoot it. Instead, she'll drive to the right baseline, pick up her dribble, kick it for Lexi Shellito. Shellito kicks it for a 3 for JL Johnson, the short, and the rebound down to JC Von Little, who's got 5 in the contest as TMP's Hamel up the floor left side for Yost, has it knocked away by JL Johnson, who will save it on the near sideline, and then Johnson loses it and can't track it down as it's knocked out of bounds by Megan Hamel, and it stays with the Plainsmen. It was actually Lane who knocked it away from behind. Good hustle by Emily Lane, who's back out there for TMP. Shellito will lob it over the top for Liberty Booker. Her shot is short, and the Monarchs make it Hamel and Emily Lane battle for the rebound. Back the other way we go. TMP leads by 9, 39-30. Right side for JC Von Little for Hamel. Hamel, ball above her head, finds Baltazar, swings it for Emily Lane, left side. Lane trying to get it to the short corner. So they go to that baseline for Von Little. Now they go to the short corner for Yost. Von Little's open. JC will fire the 3 and swish it home. TMP with their largest lead of the contest at 12 at 42-30 as Von Little was able to bury that three-pointer. JC now in a double figure. She has 12 in the game. It's her second 3 of the contest. Renner has it right side for Oakley with 6:45 and counting on this one. TMP leads by 12. Renner with JL Johnson, left side for Shellito. One dribble, then kicks it for Renner. In between the circles, back to Shellito. Baseline for Johnson as JL Johnson And Shellito play catch on the perimeter. Johnson's going to put it on the floor. Drive left side. Pull up for the jumper. Too strong. Lane was there to affect it. And the rebound down to Von Little. Up the floor. Pass for Hamel. Hamel stopped. Finds Baltazar. Sophia got past her defender. Gives it to Lane. Baseline. Emily will go up and shoot it off the underneath side of the basket. But draw a foul inside on Liberty Booker. And for the first time in the ballgame, Emily Lane will go to the free throw line.
That was on the Plainsmen, number 42.
It's just a second foul on Liberty Booker.
Second, team first.
It's the first of the second half on Oakley, and Lane's first free throw rattles off. Emily has not scored in the contest. TMP leads by 12, 42-30. Lane dealt with foul trouble in that second quarter and got her third in the third quarter, so it was a little bit limited. Second free throw for Lane rattles home. Emily with her first field goal. The junior puts TMP on top by 13 at 43-30. TMP with a little pressure in the backcourt. Von Little knocked it away from Jael Johnson. Stolen. Hamel up the floor. It's Von Little who will go in and lay it home. 45-30. JC Von Little scores for TMP. Von Little now with 14, and it comes off the 12th Oakley turnover. With under 6 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. TMP trying to pull away. Left side with it. Renner, lob pass over the top, or rather it's Johnson, lob pass over the top to Renner. Renner's got it on that right side, couple of dribbles, now picks it up, kicks it left side. Shellito, she'll fire a baseline three, it'll skip off. Backside rebound tracked down by Von Little. JC has her seventh rebound of the contest. Long outlet pass, Lanes, bounce pass to Hamel, saves it to Yost, who finds Lane inside, can't hit, gets her own rebound, and it's fouled on the way back up. That wasn't the prettiest fast break for TMP, but they were able to make it work. And the foul will be called on Andelin Johnson. And Lane will go back to the free throw line. Wasn't the prettiest, but TMP was able to make it work. And the free throw rattles home for Emily Lane. Lane, 2 of 3 at the line. And Lane's second free throw, nothing but net. She makes both of them there. 3 in the contest for Emily Lane. TMP's lead grows to 17 at 47-30. Pressure again for TMP out of the backcourt into the front court. Renner stops, picks up her dribble, nearly double teamed. Kicks it for Shellito, who bobbled it. Shellito will kick it for Jael Johnson with 5:10 to go here. TMP leading by 17 as they've been able to pull away here in this second half. As Renner with it. Top of the key they go for Andelin Johnson. Falling down, has it knocked away by Von Little. She'll go behind the back. Von Little, it's a 2-on-1 with Baltazar. JC leaves it left side, was able to get it to Baltazar, but then Sophia's pass knocked away and stolen by Jael Johnson. And now Johnson trapped in the backcourt, and Emily Lane knocks it away. Monarchs didn't get the look they wanted. Oakley was able to hustle back and force the TMP turnover. TMP with 12 turnovers in the game, 13 for Oakley. 47-30, 4:45 to go here in this fourth quarter as Kylie Allen returns for TMP. Renner in between the circles, picks up her dribble, right side pass, nearly stolen away by Von Little. Shellito will drive in, get banged into, miss the shot, taken away by Allen. Kylie up the floor, and she gets tripped up from behind. And Allen hit the deck hard. She got her legs caught from Jael Johnson from behind, and Kylie took a pretty hard spill into the front court. Of course, Kylie's been dealing with all sorts of injuries as she gets banged up this time after that loose ball. So I hope that Kylie was okay. She got tripped up from behind, and Kylie gets a round of applause, and I think she'll check out of the contest because they stop it. They also called it on the floor. That foul on Jael Johnson was her second. They got her feet tangled up. She got her feet tripped up from behind. So TMP with Yost back into the contest. They'll key it in. Baltazar right side, lobs it for Lane. Finds Hamel. She'll launch a three-pointer. Can't bank it home. Backside rebound down to Sophia Baltazar. First rebound for Baltazar. Here's a little touch pass from Hamel inside the lane. 49-30 on the bucket for Emily Lane, who's got 4 straight. That pass from Megan Hamel was pretty as she dumped it right in there. 5 now in the game for Emily Lane. And Hamel with another assist for TMP. Baltazar found Lane, or Hamel rather, as we get a Baltazar foul. The second for Sophia. That was a pretty play for TMP. A little touch pass from Hamel. Hamel will check out as Kylie Allen's back in, so that's good to see Kylie back out there for TMP. Monarchs with 4 minutes to go in this one, leading by 19 as they're pulling away here in this second half. Shellito with a couple of left-handed dribbles. Now to Liberty Booker with it. Booker with it right side. TMP's done a pretty good job against Booker, shutting her down in this one. She has 11. It'll be a season low for her. Right side, Johnson spins into a double team. As her shot blocked by Lane, taken away by Allen. Bounce pass up the floor for Baltazar. She'll go in the left side, miss the layup, and then the rebound fought for, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds by Oakley. Lane was reaching in and trying to tie up Shellito. It will stay with TMP on the Oakley turnover. They got 15 in the contest. 49-30, TMP with the lead. Here's a lob over the top to Von Linnell. JC just took it off the head of Renner, and then JC found Yost, who misses the jumper. And the rebound cleared out of there by Liberty Booker, who has 5 rebounds in the contest. 3:20 to go here in this fourth quarter. TMP leading by 19 at 49-30. Jael Johnson, the sophomore, with it, stopped by Baltazar. TMP closing in on 3 minutes to go here in this one, trying to keep that just one loss in the Mid-Continent League. Shellito thought about a shot. Inside they dump it for Booker, who's going to be fouled. The official on the other side of the floor called it. The official who it happened right in front of didn't call anything. It's going to be the fourth on Emily Lane. So fourth on Lane. It's pretty good defense as Booker was able to draw the foul. Booker has shot 83 free throws on the season, counting the one tonight. And they played now 16-plus games. And she leaves this one short. She's a 75% free throw shooter, but just one of 2. And now 4 new faces check in for Oakley. Savannah Booker. Carly Career will check in, along with Mackenzie Mildenberger. As Booker will shoot one more. Just under 3 minutes to go in this one. Booker makes 1 of 2 at the line, 12 in the game for her. And that's the first point of the second of this fourth quarter. It comes with 2:58 to play in this fourth quarter. That point makes it 49-31. TMP with the lead. Monarchs with Yost, Baltazar, Allen. Kylie's open baseline. She's going to fire another 3. This one is too long. Rebound tracked down by Mildenberger. She'll save it for Daisha Allison as Allison's back in there. Now TMP with some pressure in the backcourt. Mildenberger guarded by Von Little. And it's a 10-second call. Oakley didn't get it across the timeline, and TMP will get it back. It's the 16th Oakley
for the Monarchs, senior number 32,
turnover.
Kylie Allen.
Allen will check out to a nice round of applause here at Al Billinger Fieldhouse on senior night. Hannah Garcia checks in for the first time for TMP. Monarchs will go to Lane at the free throw line. She'll just slide in. Can't score it as she took a tumble. Larshus down with the rebound. It's her third rebound of the contest. TMP with 2:20 to go here in this fourth quarter, leading by 18. 49-31. Monarchs well on their way to win number 12 on the season. Of course, with that win over Smith Center, they surpassed their win total from a year ago as Von Little will just take it away from Creer and force the 17th Oakley turnover. Monarchs with 2 minutes to go in this one on top, 49-31. So they just pulled away here in this second half. It's bounce pass right side for Hannah Garcia with contact, no foul. Inside, Cassidy Yost with the rebound, and we're going to get a timeout taken by TMP. Hannah Garcia got the pass from Lane, missed the shot because there was all sorts of contact. They let it go, and Yost is down with the rebound. Cassidy with 6 points and 6 rebounds in the ball game. 51-31. Monarchs will bring in several new faces. Jessica Herman will check in for the first time. Juliana Ballman, the sophomore, in for the first time. Aaliyah Syme checks in for TMP as well. And then also Sophia Allen checks in for the first time for TMP as well. 1:39 to go. TMP leading by 20. 51-31. Here's a backdoor pass that is stolen away by Allen. Sophia wrestles it away, and now we get a jump ball called. The arrow stays with Oakley. Monarchs pick up their 6th Mid-Continent League win of the year. trying to keep pace in the MCL. One game behind first place Phillipsburg. Here's a shot inside and then a foul. As Mackenzie Mildenberger will pick up the foul. Pick up the shot rather. It's her first field goal. 51-33, and now Mildenberger will go to the free throw line, where she's 2 of 9 on the season. That foul was called on Sophia, the sophomore, Sophia Allen. The free throw is going to rattle off. Fight for the rebound inside, and we get another foul, and this means that Creer will go to the free throw line, as Carly Creer was able to pull down that rebound. A foul on TMP.
Fouls on the Monarchs.
Foul on Jessica Herman. It's her first. Creer to the free throw line, left the first one short. She had made her only free throw at the varsity level before that. She'll get one more. 51-33, second Creer free throw is good, makes 1 of 2. 51-34, and now TMP will turn it over on the inbounds. 13 TMP turnovers, 1:26 to play here in the fourth quarter, and good timeout taken by the Monarchs. We owe you a station break. Let's go ahead and take that now, as we'll pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to TMP-Marian basketball.
The Monarchs Sports Network is powered by Herman Physical Therapy on 99.5 KHAZ and HaysPost.com.
Monarch Athletics brought to you in part by Master Cleaners, Roof Masters, Roofing and Sheet Metal, Insurance Planning. Also brought to you by Ellis County Abstract and Title, Jeter Law Firm, Adams Brown, and Progressive Physical Therapy. Don't forget to stay tuned following our game tonight. So we'll have an extended girls post-game show. They are going to honor the senior cheerleaders and members of the basketball team. So we'll bring you a little extended post-game show for the girls. We'll bring you some highlights and get you some final numbers. As Creer will key it in right side, dumps it for Booker, and Booker traveled with it. So Savannah Booker, the sophomore, checked in for that moment, and now Oakley will extend their pressure. TMP leads by 17, 51-34. Out of the timeouts, here's Ballman up the floor. TMP was side, and she traveled with it. 1:19 to go here in this one. TMP leading 51-34. They get it back after the 14th TMP turnover. Oakley will key it in. Larshish. Daisha Allison, the freshman, out there. She'll bring it across the timeline. Looking for a backdoor lob right side. Creer dribbles right side. Picked up her dribble. Now needs some help. They're going to lob it over the top for Larshish. Goes up, can't score it. Off the rim, tracked down by Booker. She'll get her first rebound. Then this left side jump shot by Allison, no good. And the rebound down to Hannah Garcia. As Garcia will race across the timeline for TMP on their first rebound of the contest. Ballman had it knocked away. Goes to Simon, the baseline. Hannah Garcia with it. 40 seconds to go in this one. TMP well on their way to win number 6 in the Mid-Continent League. Leading by 17 here in this one, 51-34. Sophia Allen on that right sideline, now to Ballman. Guarded by Allison. Gives it up with 27 seconds to play here in this one. Bounce pass from Herman, left side. Garcia won't shoot the three, instead drives in, going to take the long two. It skips off, fight for the rebound, and we're going to get a jump ball with the arrow keeping it with TMP. 17 seconds to go in this one. TMP going to pick up win number 12 on the season. I mentioned that win over Smith Center surpassed their win total from a year ago of 10. Here's an inbounds pass. Herman's open. Jessica will fire and rattle home the 12-footer. 53-34. Jessica Herman gets that bucket to go. Her first field goal. With 7 seconds to go in this one. TMP leads 53-34. Oakley into the front court. Creer's going to take the jumper. Left it short. And that's how the game comes to an end. The TMP Lady Monarchs were able to use a strong second half as they were able to pull away from the Oakley Lady Plainsmen. They held Oakley to just 4 points in the fourth quarter, and that was the difference as they would outscore Oakley 23-4 in the fourth quarter, including scoring 17 in a row to start the fourth quarter as they win 53-34. We're back with more on the Monarch Sports Network after this. It's powered by Herman Physical Therapy. All right,
Adams, Brown, Barrett, and Ball. your trusted advisors providing you with commitment, experience, and integrity. Hertz Rent-A-Car, bigger vehicle for a family trip or a car that gets excellent gas mileage for the next business trip? Book with Hertz Rent-A-Car on 8th Street in Hayes. Roof Masters Roofing and Sheet Metal and RM Custom Metals. When it hails, when it pours, one thing's for sure, Roof Masters is who you're looking for. Eagle Communications, our community connected. Nextech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Nextech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hayes and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building. When it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes K-Lawn, Kirk Maska and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948. 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Thomas More Prep Marian, building communities of faith, knowledge, and service. Jeter Law Firm, proud to support student athletes, partners you can rely on. Jeter Law Firm.
The Monarchs Sports Network is powered by Herman Physical Therapy on 99.5 KHAZ.